obia san ko se protocol se ahyam mu se mundi so na omo de asotwe den ebema mo that all other clubs in the country are to take note and comply strictly with the GFA COVID-19 match day protocols. Almost say teams need COVID-19 and more na mundi so. That club officials, players, coaches, and supporters are being reminded to be mindful of their utterances, actions, and conduct at such venues, as a special monitoring team will be put in place to check infractions in the remaining matches. Almost say baby you don't show us hemu ye. So you're a club official, you're a coach, you're a player, one show us hemu ye to tell when you can yebecho na yedo afamra kwanso. The GFA wishes to sound a note of caution to all players, coaches, attendees of matches, and stakeholders that the association will not hesitate to take action or actions to ensure strict adherence to its regulations, disciplinary code, and national COVID-19 protocols, as well as its approved GFA match day protocols. Almost say omo catch the coaches, players will be bia say mbrano omo be yirim e de ayedwuma. The GFA wishes to assure all Ghanaians that the association will continue to support the Ghana Police Service and the national fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The association is urging all clubs to continue with the education of all their supporters and the public on the right behavior expected of a good football fan and compliance with the GFA COVID-19 protocols. Signed GFA Communications. And the omukotena seno de omukeka ye na eno mabone tofa na wejafo yamia wako ababio
Jabaku
okay
obi ajoso
I also akwa
aba
uni ehu ache
we dey allotment of time because you brand new Henry na me found chance here
na say me waka me statement na nti mo kan wa say
okay nti ma me bisa questions relating to your statement
me na ode me chance
statement na mo de ba ye no mo say BA on the match outside the home grounds na mo san ka che mo discipline committee say ye be we season into anya in tem, but clearly there's evidence to show say either say it is advertent or inadvertent. Discipline committee no cases ni bi wagia no atena so a whole house of folk break protocol COVID-19 protocol. Ebo match na yumre be 5. Ade chi na ruling na ba. Match March 14th up till now out you DMI. Enti we anya bo apayo anaza daje no munya. Henry, muna mo e bo apayo anaza daje.
Well, Kwaku, in particular reference to House of Oak case, no, I mean, in particular reference to House of Oak case, no, Ubetma cite numerous examples. One, Olympics, Ebitu Omo, it take action immediately after the match. Two, Karela, Ebitu Omo, it take action immediately after the match. Tachima 11 Wonders, it was immediate. Brekum Chelsea, it was immediate.
Tachima City.
Tachiman
came out.
Tachiman no me ko Oka Premier League.
Okay, Premier.
Enti the American say now even Tachiman City incident now or site and said 2 hours you take a decision. Tachiman City incident no I am one was saying defending on radio.
Debio, Henry, let's not digress.
Don't digress.
My point
over control
wonderful conversation. Mimi bisa say with these instances of strict and quick issuance of
my examples, my Karela example, my Olympics example, my 11 Wonders example,
examples example. But how come say? How come say? Mami bantem. Adagire.
Mami.
Okay.
Examples now me man nyina action no prompt because it was visible for the whole world to see.
Okay.
Game 7 nyina was live on TV.
Okay.
In that sense, there is no other evidence than what you see on the screen.
Okay.
But game 1 any TV so.
Okay.
Na asemo si. Na unhia report, na unsan can report no, it will definitely drag. Examples are now 7 games na me can now on TV.
Accepted.
You don't need any other or further evidence.
Okay, you can use what you saw.
You can use what you saw, say, because before the start of the season, him say you catch a club, say you go behind closed doors. Every single club in the league, the capacity I was in a venue ever.
Okay.
Inti sameshe. Now you're printing 7,000 tickets amount. Now on the TV, I see more than 10,000 people. Now indeed, 7,000 tickets. Now Amaya say a ton counterfoiler. It means it's a boom raso.
Okay.
There and then I can act.
Accepted. Enti, are we saying, say, Mami Yusu, a case in point, RTUDM, from 14th March to almost 14th of July, how many months? April, May, June, July. Are we saying, say, Amber TV Sunti, informant, Yenyanya, RTU report?
No. Kwaku, as at Enra, your head count of cases I hold this wire committee is over 30. It's over 30. After every weekend, clubs file protests.
No, but I
clubs
thought
file issues.
I thought
Meba.
I thought it would be dealt with first come first serve basis. And yes, sir.
Not when there is not enough evidence to educate on the matter. Obi to me your protest one or your protest now because protest oh yeah at what time frame be our what's our DNT or to me the tomb without evidence. Now I catch you say or the evidence about later. In that instance, you cannot sit on the matter because case in here complete.
Okay.
There are several examples. I mean, examples. And someone
okay.
Because I perfectly agree. And yesterday, it was one of the things in Penifono account once say. I thought that cases need to be delayed and Crawford started a suspect say foul play be Kwaku. There is no member of the disciplinary committee or Juma for the FA on full-time basis. At the end of the day, you know, almost time and almost pony home, Eddie be Juma FA. It to a very large extent. Okay. But in the absence of that particular example, I can confidently say within the last 2-3 weeks, Oma Juma. We are releasing a lot of cases.
Okay.
In the last 2
because the release was specific on the Zone 1 incident. Argentina Executive Council the refusal of the disciplinary committee to sit on the RTU issue and not to speak to the RTU issue. No man can answer. We are the same zone.
So how?
Someone she has said, and to quite of course we are giving zone. To most of the BA supporters, it is because Techiman City violated protocol within 2 hours on the Anediaba. RTU there from 14th March based in them idea. Then whether
Techiman City did not violate.
No, what I'm saying is that it's an incident within the same zone.
But Kwaku, let's Kwaku. Yeah, come momemfa assembly to baby ada. Techiman City was not punished because of COVID protocol.
No, I'm not. No.
Techiman City. Techiman City was punished because Henry, the policemen who went to the game were assaulted or alleged to. Yes.
I am saying, the same zone, and I'm more
but the issues may differ.
The issues may differ. But when you say conflict, there were 2 types of crisis: the python and the cobra. The python, you see it coming. In this case, the delay in taking a decision of RTU one of the causes of the incidents are in the zone.
No, because explicit. Explicit because RTU case for instance. RTU case for instance. It needs to be understanding on the table.
What if Zemebo me who any Agege any group and I made them asema to me na aba within 2 hours. Say me bo obi asumo, say me tina obi so we ruli. Na maso ade ne de wagya to 3 months. Maybe am nsuma dwene say me dey na punish me 3 matches no. Ebi am maso ade no onu nso benya 1 match punishment. For you know that 1 match punishment o lose am so be bo am. Nti wo de ne de ne sia, o mama dwene bi say ne o bo maso ho ban. Nti clearly one of the causes ama confusion cause was on one. Nti ade the whole executive council akotrase. No more share one side. No,
I think you are not being fair. Statement now already here. There was one particular part I can't say. Almost edgy the adjudicating bodies to be what I can't say. Almost process.
Yeah.
It did not make specific reference to any case.
But you made specific reference to zone 1. And until the end was on one.
No. Kwaku, one at a time. Asemo aba ne BA United RTU. Eno na ye asemo aba.
Good.
Ena omo say omo aka kire disciplinary committee say the kind of saying first of all that particular match omo enhwe na omo nka ho asem number 1.
Yeah.
Secondly, because of a true trust no area
Asay league no.
Asay league no zone 1 no ye no behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And we are number 2.
Yeah.
Number 3. There are clubs who play at Coronation Park but onye bone. Into to mean say be akoye bone nti uyi clubs e wo Coronation Park nyina free ho because be akoye bone. If that is the case, any we aka we be ama into ye more behind closed doors.
Perfect.
Be no a wadi from so no ye nyi free ho na ye mfa no nko ba bi foforo.
Ena make us say be na o can asem na why specific on him. Oh, the same zone 1. Out you so na asem da ho a the same zone 1. Inti was trying to solve the problem. So mimi ye be ni a masa adwene say you are still protecting out you because Argentina the same zone. Mimi dia masem aba watwuma so ma ye bone magia tum. Obi na asem aba from March up to now. Executive council is here. More specific on me. On the one specific on him.
Kwaku, let's not downplay the weight of Asamoah Esiwo Sunyane Anano Kwesi Adano. There are things I can't see on radio.
No.
But
no.
There are political undertones, there are ethnic undertones, there are religious undertones. It goes beyond football.
Henry,
let's not limit Kwaku meba o minimum say make am Kwaku minimum say make am.
Baby ni abeduru ha o.
Debi meba Kwaku meba. O de meba.
Baby ni abeduru ha.
Meba. Yesi afia ba na edie.
Won sa
meba.
Who is need 2 season to kwan.
Kwaku.
Meba. Ebia we can look at the bigger picture of people killed, shot dead, bomb explosions. But nipa no kwatena radio so come make it tribal statement no den to kwan ba ye no. Ke check in na ahyese na ke yonduru sa be bia ye duru no. So what I'm saying is that
is why
Sebufuo na ahye biye fo mo ko to kwan no feel say o shield out to you. And penny wasi nkonwa so person solve asem. Then you still talk about BA and leave out use issue na buy. Whether we punish no, let it out. No BA because
but you see you're making a mistake.
Okay.
Asem no disciplinary committee. Disciplinary committee and now o expect say executive council and can asem to what extent?
They should question them.
Question who? In the
disciplinary committee. Yes.
No,
but if it is an internal mechanism, on to make a question, this one committee say, I don't same way my out, no, they have 12 on 10.
Why not? So that support them on got your banus when you come to him say, and you committee must say,
but it is captured in
too general.
In no, too general. Who want to say too general because one limited to that particular zone.
But you also
I'm coming.
Zone 1.
At the end of the day, no. Zone 1 because
including LTU.
Zone 1 because there are a number of examples to cite. Zone 1 because there are a number of examples to cite with specific reference to Zone 1. Wamanafu 1.
Yeah.
Zone 1.
BA.
Kintampo 1. Zone 1. Maybe in BA.
Okay.
There are numerous of examples, tons of examples to give. And now, person will get it to the bottom of the issue. And ye gidi. I was so to
and president guys Mukobisa say ebani say na BA for ku nanka mu hu mi say RTU for na omanya perception say mo shield am no one factor nanka mu ntu RTU asem na say entina wo ka say nye gidi dia
but say RTU asem no nye executive council na obetu ase because there is a body that is mandated by the statutes of the FA to look into
what
such
prevented
matters.
you from writing in your statement? He said, RTU verdict, you know the buy and Yama committee, 10 days, 5 days, someone in free.
Oh no!
Because means I'm your supporter now, Kasa. Me who say, oh, you're fair.
I say, all day, yedi for the next India, you mama now all shall say.
Because I'm not going for way abo.
Now onim say we are competent. Now or shall say ye way within a particular.
But me fan say mene yeah communicators. Security mom adwuma onim me capabilities. Say metumi aye. But within the time frame no dear man say man yeah. He has every right to give me a mandate.
No, there is no time frame. There is no time frame when it comes to adjudicating of matters.
Why not? Now, Ejura incident. No, not over 10 days in total. Is the LTU case bigger than Ejura incident?
No, you are making a mistake.
Give me a mandate.
No, you are making a mistake. Issues of national security are different from Asama Amino.
No, and to Kwana is in a embedded on national security.
No, Oka RTU Asem.
No, what I'm saying is that
COVID issue.
The genesis of Ntukwana is, you know, RTU Asem now, women, you go to come.
Obia Munani was
since 8th March, 14th March, there were July. 4 months.
You can never ever say, Obia Munani was 4
months. Just a violation of protocol.
There are cases at the disciplinary committee any more than that yenkai. And I'm saying yes, that's what I'm saying, sir. That's what I'm saying, sir. Adajia asem na okay no a major issue
within the same zone
because
within the same zone one and different zone.
Say all the body two or say body na nya adwuma. Na body no enye nipa baako, enye nipa mienu, enye nipa more than 4, 5 and they take a decision. Sometimes oman for me koruma they can't work. So but a full-time employees of the FIA. But to me
RTU case any protocol violation
in terms of COVID
protocol violation.
COVID, yes.
In the case when they say the 4 months. You guys there was so many appendages. But COVID-19 protocol be a breaking it.
It doesn't have any significance on the standings in the league.
Hey, you think so?
No, but
it has significance. It has significance on the violence in our most often because maybe a supporter and RT will break COVID protocol. When you money. Nasa mimi team aye bi no ma jaja. Me hu say man dey mo shield out to you.
Team BA United. BA United. BA is not COVID.
No, unja say. Me ba che say.
No, kwaku yen situate asem ni.
Me nka say obi a case should be COVID o.
No, but I'm saying that if the BA instance is what you are talking about, then it's a mistake.
It is not because RTU BA supporter feel say the RTU asema beto anim. It could lead to even a 1 match ban. O ya na kuma beto ne yam. And we bu ani egu so. Into of you said then we shield the RTU. In this RTU asaba me krom na referee sense area me dia na meko. Even though it is not the solution. Inti sadia na judicial committee aye no. One of the reasons why this violence aba. Inti we ka say isolate here no na enka we ya. To some extent me
I don't think I have used the word isolation anywhere in my statement. Kwaku, you are a communicator. I am also one. Ye kasem no na ye kotin ye nkotin ye branch na ya branch. I am saying that statement na esco no release and run. There was specific mention of the fact say cases are actually yen free ho.
That is a general sweeping.
It is because I'm coming. No.
Isolated the
David. There are cases in the Premier League, there are cases in
any other zone 1 release and he said the other cases in the answer.
No, you are making a mistake. Assembly Sunday, there was the need for the ESCO to take a decision.
Now they see 14th March and there's no need for the disciplinary committee to take a decision.
Then they see
RTU case.
And we are doing
protocol violation.
Now,
which is highlighted in your statement.
Yes.
That there should be strict adherence to protocol.
I am telling you for a fact to say, people have suffered punishment for breaking that protocol.
Yeah.
And RTU will not be allowed to go scot-free, even though assembly
justice delayed.
No, but if Ubisa Mr. Wena, me this my committee chairman.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, sir. Assembly now cannot we continue to win away through we. No, let's deal with issue specific.
Henry,
let's deal with issue specific.
The fact that
if not
the fact that when you this man committee chairman does not also mean he say the violence in our course was on one. So RTU there we can't link it because to the ordinary supporter
only when you have evidence to prove. only when you have
Wait,
evidence Kwaku, wait. Kwaku, wait.
Say, you know,
Kwaku.
Mimi the master about
Kwaku mo man come here. Sorry.
Mami miso wasem. They see what one manafono a bubu referees are essential, no. Na RTU.
if you baby no buy,
No, please answer my question. They see what one manafo in the first round.
I'm not sure which date that incident happened.
It was in the first round.
Good.
It was a game between Wamanafo and I think Bofo Akwa.
That was before the RTU protocol violation.
Yes. And I'm telling you, sir, to tell me, sir, no, na contributed to what is happening, no, and you're factually correct. Because incidents happened in the same zone. It had nothing to do with RTU.
David, I didn't hear factually correct in it. Say there's a perception, say you want to.
So the perception happened before RTU's case. When the
yes, the perception was there even before the commencement. There was a perception, say,
and you can prove that.
RTU more qualify at all costs.
Before the commencement of the league.
Before.
Really?
Yes.
Now I want hint if you know.
Oh, IBR officially you don't want to acknowledge it.
No,
it was a perception
if you have such a grapevine information, I have a boy in no one hint if you know, and then you bought 26 matches. I feel now catch them there. Then you didn't help matters.
Okay, I've done a disservice to you and the FA. Okay, that's it.
What was them? No of us here, bro. Sebe suma nkontompo ma obreo. In the first place, Techima City has not played a match. Yanya TV coverage. So that your analysis is wrong.
I didn't mention Techima City.
No, you are saying say you take immediate actions
when the
on cases that
on TV.
Are telecast live.
Yeah.
But Techima City, the match ended 4:45. By 8:15, a release had come out. The Executive Council used its powers,
discretion,
as under this status to take that decision. House of Folk COVID.
Techima City match number TV so.
House of Folk COVID issue. Even when Great Olympics supporters misbehaved, within 2-3 hours, the Executive Council used its discretion under the status to take a decision. So you are telling me that RTU COVID situation, the Executive Council for 4 months has not been able to use its discretion to take a decision before it is referred to the disciplinary committee? Is that what you are telling me? In any case, me being an answer for becoming a Bruni, I don't want to talk too much.
Conflict of interest.
It shows clearly that, like you are saying, Senipa mienu woho, uwan kwada mienu, bako ye boni, na ofa Cain, a wodi ahye krisi mu di ato awiem, etwa ne to mane to pai. Ne bako no su bi so aye boni, na de wakofa nkontomire, no de apra nanim, de woye de onye. Da bia ntokwa wo fie ho. Eno ne asi no.
Eze wan ne nkontomire ne de apra no.
Anya I ask you. It is but they must be even ashamed in this ruling communica what the abano.
No, but there are some positives in there.
No, positives were, but the contradictions,
Okay.
Because, like you're saying, like he's saying, being not a case, TV coverage, okay. So you need to take your time.
Okay.
At least 1 week or 2 weeks.
Using Henry's argument.
What?
Okay.
His argument.
Okay.
So if being not a case and a television, you could organize an emergency meeting as against RTU case is here 4 months ago. What are you telling us? Now, you they say a honor minimum your problem up to now. We have our regulations that says that this particular one, I need to read it. Say
the Kwekubaku of Ghana football.
Article 34, your regulation, both in Premier and
34 A and B.
34, both in Premier and
Division
in Division 1. Paragraph
Powers
4.
Of executive committee.
Paragraph 4. The association shall hold clubs responsible for the misconduct of their supporters before, during, and after a match. You did this in 2019.
Article 34.
34-4.
You shall hold the clubs responsible.
Yes, a Kotoko supporter, after a match of Kotoko, goes to make a statement. Yes. A supporter, as per this letter, in 2002, and based on these regulations, supporters Yebibia, a class, no punish one. It is done so because the supporters who say clubs na suffer, they will conduct themselves. But when you bring a supporter who is not directly under the jurisdiction of the FA, you bring them under the jurisdiction of the judicial bodies of the FA and sanction. You have removed that provision. Because that is why it's obedient. FA Kokota, they ask you, the club, to declare your stand. So declare your stand, they say, Minka. Then, Kokota, even in our law court, Judge Bekancho says, only locus.
Okay, hold on, I mean, can I say 25th June 2002? And now, dear Syria, Liberian. Okay. Okay, letter to the Football Association. The Ghana Football Association has been receiving letters from chapters and circles of various clubs on issues which could be taken up by the clubs which are affiliated to it. It is needless to state that these chapters and circles are supporters of their clubs and are not therefore known to the Football Association.
Thank you.
Whilst they act as watchdogs for the clubs they support and can therefore take them on issues of omission or commission, they do not have such relationship with the Football Association. We therefore advise that clubs should ask their supporters to desist from writing directly to the Football Association. It is hoped you will cooperate with the Football Association on this issue. General Secretary Kofi Nsia signed 18th of July 2002.
Kofi Nsia was not a lawyer. And based on this letter, and in 2019, your own regulation, actually says supporters here, you hold clubs responsible. So why will you ban Nidakum for 1 year for a statement he made after a match? When you do that, now the supporters know, say Asemba,
they are part of the association.
Then you come and bring a statement, knowing very well, here, this Supreme Court decision, Roxon versus Ghana Football Association. I don't know. It's clear, say, Supreme Court admits, say, association, yamra, and Ghana mra. Ni the regulate your conduct. Oh dear, so we American in 20 can attend them. Regulate your conduct. So now in this your statement, Asema ba what regulation actually say the misconduct of supporters, you hold clubs responsible, and that is why you are banning them. Yeah. But you have referred their supporters to the police for criminal charges. So why will you ban the center?
Okay.
Why don't you allow the police to work?
Okay.
What is the contradiction?
Okay.
If you think it is the police who should handle our supporters, why will you go ahead and ban the club? It means that the club is not responsible. They will have to locate and punish. So why would you punish the club? So this statement, I want to bar outside you. You see the contradictions?
Okay.
And to make us say,
in one breath you recognize the supporters, in another breath you do not.
You don't. When it suits you, you recognize them. When you want to punish, you go and give them out to the police. Me, I always say, Ghana Football Association. Enya obi fiehu akunya emra near the running. Na enya obi property. This is me. Chronicle court. The other year in court for contempt. I stood. Can't say Nyahonia or no football and Yanasa. Ntiam pass a vote of no confidence. 72-2. Contempt court. Summons I the and typical Fubena Metihano. I have sacrificed my life. I have risked going to prison and sacrificed the comfort of my family just because we wanted independence for the Ghana Football Association. Ask yourself, ordinarily, Sankabani appointee FA chairman, Nanado would he have appointed Keto Kreku?
I don't think so.
So, waba yen na yeto aba ma no adwuma no mra na ye de ato ho no eno na wo se wo de ye adwuma mo aye mfa nya adwuma mo ba ne ni da ko case sunwane emergency they say meeting you are referring supporters to police locate and punish them. It is a criminal act. Police in your investigations in me where wabani be united ama okotre akodima kwa amponchire ne na odansuom no huhu na no all other clubs in the same zone are going to suffer the same fate. How can you make such an unfair and unjust statement? But unfortunately, me I always say when has 4 clubs, they can't talk. So they suffer in silence. Now, media, I want to advise Asante Oha, tell your people the way they are running Ghana football, and some of us, we're going to wake up. Like we woke up. I said, "Man, no, but I don't want you to take and someone can met me. Until Mr. Raman can say, Yakum Amagana, Yanya Independent Ghana Football Association, Yani Triaba, Young Crofo, Benfire Marano, and Yejuma. That's selective justice. You cannot tell me that even if the match was not played and televised for 4 months, you have not been able to get a clue of what happened. It is unfair, and that should not continue. Thank you.
Again,
Danko Kuyaboa. Mamicha Etifu, Namicha St. Phillips. Namicha Nelly's Function, so a circle. Micha Nelly's Spa. And Kimpon Ashgood Minota. Who's a Kimpon Everty Academy? Kimpon Academy. Messi say, you saw a former Kumasi Asante Kotoko. My grandmama, players in the bar, has he been here? Okay. Hey, and then she has here, my birthday. Vision Shaduku.
Oh, Vision Shadia was some house for
happy birthday, Cassia.
Was some house for
Tango Kuyawa. And Sama, every Bruson near Cobano. Mahuni said, and she shared him. Oh, President Ketamamuni. Son, Medase. Share, Kwahu. At that Quasiada, I didn't see you. Said dreams in Subo Major Shugo. Yeah. And on and what you're charging, but you're Java to Hosa, you're charging for individual. Okay. Karela.
And Tianunzu, they didn't hold dreams responsible.
Let me see. And she shall not get a mamono open. Eh, Quasiada Nana, Moja Shugu, fine. Me, my video, I know they are just supporters.
Let us say article
by the same venue.
This same venue.
Wow.
Yeah. Last week, me raise issue be a hand say. Nani Amponse team, Fire Rangers, issue no. Omo mu de na ba bonte no. Yes points no. One in the be share behind the 3 points be ma. The same zone 3. Amidas de no. Eno de ye 30 points ni free mu. Yeah. Adentia. 30 points free mu. Amidas issue no. Omo boy, see 30 free mu.
That is not true. Please, we are on radio. Ye kasa. Yen kanu kre enchire omo a omutie.
Okay.
If it is a legal issue and it is backed by law,
okay,
I won't challenge you. But not when it's a blatant lie.
So state the fact.
It is not true.
State it.
When the ruling came out, because Amida was not about 7 games, and you others ends of her, and you carry on. And you no credit say it will be points.
Amidas.
And you no credit.
What we did decision?
You can check the league table. Say it will be points.
Okay.
Meba.
It's not true. Okay.
It's not true.
Mazo,
please let's move on.
Kwaku.
Because I have it on. And I'm saying, if it is a lie, it's a lie.
Kwaku, what can I say? FA Cup. Karela. Any medium you to one player. Ana me pese me busa say FA no kwesi ado mu ya adwuma na.
David FA di onye adwuma kwesi ado.
Has any great Olympics there no ya born Sunday. Adeɛ kyɛn pa 2 o'clock na really about bonten. ATF ni adwuma kwasi ada.
Henry Ayamba.
Ruling, they were ruling.
COVID issue na your band has the Great Olympics say has.
Now the Attachment City Sunday and I do 8 kura yama ruling. Yama decision. Directive.
Directive from the executive council.
Okay.
Say what ranti achwa so.
Okay.
And they see what a scene a ball player Emani Pry. Yeah attack medium bus a papa in the glass. Eho na MTN Africa Vice Chairman Kofi Poku incident ni see no ho. Yeah the soldier for echo a scene still. When Jumian control crowd and managing them. In that vein, you have to act. You have to act.
Yeah, but coach, man, collapse. I act.
Yeah, act is a
Brekum.
Yeah,
sometimes
the incident now already. The incident, it was a scuffle between 2 coaches and 3 officials.
At the venue.
Mewa.
Was it outside?
No, it was not.
It was a scuffle between 2 coaches and 2 officials. Say they have been charged.
It's not about charging.
Not about the charge.
Why don't you go in the center? It's not violence.
Henry.
And your violence.
Based on
The
Article
individuals
34,
involved.
And your violence.
Individuals involved are we are coaches of the 2 teams.
Henry.
You are charging Omo. Say they should appear before the disciplinary committee.
Henry, coaches, you know, they are coaches for clubs.
Henry, Omo Bache say,
the 2 coaches, you know.
Article 34 for this unrecognized supporters there, then you punish the club.
What's it?
Omo say, Article 34 for say,
Yeah.
incident banner the club supporters involved.
Yeah.
You don't recognize supporters.
Yeah.
And the other instances are, Asia, you're banning the venue, and then the individuals involved as well.
Yeah.
So they expect that even though the individuals have been charged, the venue should be banned as well. That's what they are saying.
It depends on the height of the
The
matter.
severity
And the severity of the matter.
Okay.
Because we a provocation in a buy and go for me no akun
Okay.
talk.
Ntiemu nche da
Are
nya
you
din
saying
sa.
say? Are you saying say? Yeah, I'm not saying say
What's the
violence.
severity?
But how severe was the issue?
Emu nya din sa.
Legislation talk about severity
Kweku.
before
Are you
banning.
saying say?
Pacho Kweku ndu me so me pacho. Na my idiom. Now okasa depending on the severity.
Yeah.
Yeah, headbutting will be in the clip.
Okay.
I know severe.
Sir.
Who clip no?
No.
Now coach na
It was a slap.
No, me say. Hey,
Two
Kweku.
coaches.
Kweku. Anya no na make on. There was a headbutting in that clip. Anya slap or something na make on.
Really?
Please, it's a man can say
have
depending on
seen
the
the
gravity
video?
or the severity.
Have you seen the video?
No, who clip no, I'd have it. It's me pacho.
So in your estimation,
I
it is
Henry
severe.
who here.
Okay.
Man can say depending on the severity.
Yeah.
I know that man can say
Oh, but the Henry can also.
Okay,
Who say?
this one can say depending on the severity because it was the gravest. If anything, maybe, if anything, a venue of the FA president.
Okay. Intine yan banning.
No, how can I also my example?
Any example, okay.
Who can say depending on the gravity or severity or the height of it. And this is his crowd.
Okay.
Person show any bias we have. That place should have been banned. Who use
example.
You're also using a crossboard.
Okay.
And I mean use crowd.
Okay.
But because depending on the severity, it was so severe. There was a headbutting incident.
Okay. Matthias, if you
What's more severe? Man reducing say there was a slap. No, Pacho. The church and you pass over.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Brekum Chelsea. Any Abuswan drafts. Brekum.
No, but I'm not holding the breed for Henry.
Henry, yeah.
Say Ekoka say it was severe. That's another argument.
Yeah.
But what Henry is saying is say
Was it depending on the severity? It was severe enough to have warranted the ban.
That is another
Yes.
argument. But we should also admit to say severity. It's an unwritten law in football. Sometimes.
I mean, kind of legality problem. He shouldn't even use the word "say" depending on the severity because it was severe.
Okay.
Because Sunday first said it wasn't severe.
The severity is determined by the judicial bodies.
You are right.
But as a warning, as a deterrent, once it happens, the law has given the executive council the powers to act temporarily, pending the determination of the case, which you are not doing.
Okay. That I agree.
Kwakube kai say me no te ha.
And you feel says any dreams I will be for Frank Yaba.
Oh, I know dey ten.
Okay.
Kwakube kai say me no te ha na President Kett omuto na mo call zone 1 ho.
Yeah.
Beka cho say enye campaign no mo kwa koye dia ade na emfaso bi ama so
I near kind.
thank you
Yeah.
emfaso be de ba
That's
so
we still in the Amuaba Kukura.
inye zone no ko ho na ntokwa kusu ho no mo no president Kett e grant interview Joy FM ye busa ni security nsem organ oso no nya IGP
Bawari fe obi ama.
Nenza ya mpasa onya GP.
kwagu
No ya
asembe na wukin set Ghana ha eneme police nsem e security nsem ko so ni ebusa president Nanado no obeka che so onya IGP is it fair comment
They been give carbon.
thank you et afedie e den afedie Nanado na point IGP
Na
but
you
president Kett
remember.
say issue be e ko so na se ebusa because football ni na hye wase ena to transfer e ko so a na se ebusa wa nipa na obusa question wonu se onya IGP but onu say football no hye wase wo e ya wo bibia hye wase eti wo na betuma control ti ya mari hansa say wo ya onya IGP
How is a cheeky answer?
yes enya kasapa
Okay. Reverend.
Na kwago dia dure dia. Media wo mun.
Yani away na ono watu nine down.
In fact, enti metia say adwena amafa no say enti dia yayi F4 supporters and clubs say ebebo league yiye yenya team papa mo represent Black Stars amma for good 40 years next year yen win Africa Cup e be win bi enti no dia wo mo nwe ho
Yakuria. Yakuria evangelo.
Koku ya enti omo nwene saadi ano ne hia pa anya wei momye hwe ni yo na league malamfu bi fi America bai no say op players oko division 2 okoye o say na the kind of football say na say ade division 2 breaking of ball kra obi ntimi nye ni esua wei wo calls ana division 2 ana just say ya ball no say ya hwe ya hu ni yie anti kwaku mesre England omoje World Cup 1966 no enra omo kam misui am say 55 years in afa no omo akọ finals ya ti say
Robbery.
And I always say Sunyane Hansen the NBC.
enra
But the only difference is that
So,
Hansen reverse
and
decision.
kwaku dia omo and they have to be very careful about Ghana football. I don't know kwajo dia oya ne bodwe na abna dia
The say na Henry can say
me
the severity of the case, you know.
me kai me ko holidays kakra wa ha dan ba me be shia blue boy ono ya bisa no minim sa efe wa mo clutch ba ko pe eno no wa mo nyina because FIFA rules and regulations mi hu obi a onim mu eti da bia na mesere no akosua we na ade abetena ha na ade ha Ghana fo adwen enti di onimu no onimu ani mi say me man kwa brochire kro oba akoko enti na man kwa brochire akwa we say
ani oduro sa fun kai mbaje
enti we
akoko ndie say kotoko be pe wo Kofodia after training Friday o gana be say Kofodia but the Mercedes Benz white ne be pe no Kofodia
kwa we ya frano we granye fie nyansa
Historian.
enti Ghana ani abrochire he na makoko wo
Abrochire.
na wo ka jere me say oba akoko enti ma anko abrochire
that time he kuma say Kofodia kwani ni to bench remember nya no kore
Landing have cars go be asima green
ya to car by Kofodia ya no akote
the landing have cars
na bro ni pa wo enya bro ni
o se kwata yo
okay ja oni mogu
ya ede nyamia no me kwaku de akeka kono na na blue boy ekai I thought there be na say you are defending an indefensible case ya na edin kakra pa na de say obi ade no ya hyehyehye na mo aye obi nso de na ya de akwa we are human beings oba dream bibi pa asem aye kai blue boy betena ha say Kati are promising Northern Caucus so one
team. That was the allegation.
One team from the north.
I said it long ago.
I but discuss it was one until the air cost and I'm saying, and I said the blue boy can know an air cost near the
allegation. This is a consensual evidence.
Allegation. There's a fact and the air cost your kind of see. The kind of pepper in the scene, I don't know. Maybe why we have to be very careful. Yeah, Ghana football and say you, the British for the 55 years in another finals since 1966. We can do it.
Okay, Echo.
Yes. Let's say it's for now. Some of them earlier, but now no me intervention we can. Now,
I don't know because severity.
But your man fast. Almost all this no. Over man, the for severity.
No, on a more serious note, I agree with him to a certain extent.
No, you have no basis for that.
Play a 2 penalty box man. Referees sometimes take into consideration.
It's not in the same context.
There was serious foul play, near violent play.
Okay.
I don't know
different.
Okay.
Yeah, it be attractive yellow card. It be attractive red.
Okay.
And now, many opinion, Kofi Bubu Okasano. Now, I share a Supreme Court ruling be. Now, make I say 2 years ago, Moody Moderno. Normalization for Moody Moderno. Normalization committee for Moody Moderno. Oh, the current IGP. Your friend said, Sasa, your castle will be on your IGP. Attorney General. Godfrey Dame.
Yeah.
Okay, say, Tama, government, yes, a good FNO. Now you could call Switzerland, Cobania Dina, no, or Campa.
Yeah.
Or almost Nina, me a Shosokobi.
Yeah.
Also, I had more dear for that.
As a vice chairman,
yes,
this committee, I issue about the definition of official next official match. Or no rule,
so
I call you case work. I tell him. Kotoko has case and has relegation. Next official match.
Oh, into no. And also say, yeah, Attorney General Hono, only football no papa. And Obiaso in Ghana today, Obiano Nimra saying on ahead based on the position in the capacity. Okay, and you know, Tama Mundi Mumreno, Normalization Committee. No, okay, I say, FIFA Task Force, Eba Krumha.
Yeah.
Share media, I'm young, bisa one question cry.
Yeah.
Then, they said, I didn't even find the need for them to have invited the media. They should just release a
statement.
A briefing. My briefing, okay, no questions and all that. Okay, and done. Now, Okasai, now, South Africa Task Force, no, say, expedited actions on hooliganism and football, quote unquote, crimes. And you know, FIFA for this, FIFA Task Force, no. No, come on. And so from that time to this time, I say, Yantonshi, Yombe, and Danche. This one, Attorney General, having been the deputy. Okay, sad time, I say, near make us a penny coffee menu, the chairman. Okay, sad time, I say, sad time on Okasano. Ghana name red beer, I bet my prosecutor beer within the football terrain. And now, may share, GFF one almost starts to know and you're part of the laws of Ghana, which is true. And he stated it then, about 2-3 years ago. No, okay. And for me at the time it was the Attorney General, so it struck me, said, wow, this is serious. And say, yeah, they bet me I'm prosecuting you. Money, sir. If it was some more lawyers or, and yes, be lawyers on paper, or paper, so be a practice say that. Because money, sir, statement now, what the buyer said, yeah, we are coming to be or stadium, it should be the same as. So what will be on? They shouldn't have released a statement. It betrays their ignorance. Because Emrana Wokromahano Trese, you knew maybe a bit more prosecutor be within Santereno. As evidenced by Nana, a minion community chairman, born in fact and in speech by the current Attorney General. Because I'm rubbing you to say, Tanam releases speech, a statement say, we committee quote unquote crime or Santereno with the sporting environment. It should be the same as outside of it. No.
you think the statement contradicts that?
Based on ignorance.
Earlier release. Okay.
Based on ignorance.
Okay.
Anti-boy Sam.
But let me just tell you, sir, there were incidents outside the stadium. Are you aware of that?
And you're not some America.
No, but there were incidents
inside
and outside. Just to draw your attention to it.
And then what's on America?
I think sir,
crime committed outside the stadium and
Henry.
politicians.
Henry.
And you don't think say evidence I award them.
Henry, he's alluding to the statement here that says that crime at the stadium is same as crime outside the stadium.
Son of
There's a
a
statement
try.
here to that effect.
Kofi, Kwaku. And yes, Henry Nimo. Onimo. Kwaku. Your kind, yes, I want to them kind. On in pair. Oh, in Parliament. Oh, more be a friend of filibuster.
Anyway,
Which made delay, both later, another time I saw near upon it. Only, what's he bad? Oh, I saw, but and don't carry on. Now, I'm not so near call. I filibuster. Oh, that's it. They want mirror. I say what time. Now, why host? You know the tricks. And to me, I'm going to say, anti-boy and Omoya. Yes, sir.
and I for you.
And yet, sir, Omo issue statement. Omo, I answer. Omo, you want to. Oh, yes. Omo, you want.
That this statement
is
an indictment on their integrity.
Because Omunima and Omunfa statement no and to a show say would just say would buy and it is one school that
you are indicting the integrity.
No, Omakasa betray statement no. Oma trade Ghana phone you say unim she. Because more lawyer muntum. Unim Ghana law and country trust ade no. Me come home, I know it. Unim say agree dey chi friend dey go enda. That's 3 hours. The whole day.
Okay,
and you know, how much I said you want to win here, but and you, I'm saying, yeah, mistakes say you say, follow standards of modern football,
conventional practice.
But yeah, because we shouldn't say the betting, because we are experts in jungle football. It's in your course, because 1 second. Let me find promoting. There's a book on polo.
Yeah,
Mohammed Polo. And I'm sure ni or dying. And it does so lie on a try. Phobia for they say 2020 Sado kind. I am awfully and I have Bemuno. And now one of my biggest stars ever will be a true book about him. The power say or say a Jeffrey for crowd some of them Jim because
he's a huge asset.
Yeah, heroes no Reverend Waha and the others and say which my church on because
on the other location where they sell
also September
the sales points
where just for promotion also September number launch
me Polo I'm a friend from Polo to Polo or Dribula or Jibon no
what you say upon
do the boy headmaster now the day is over
and Mami chia Mr. Otin. This is National Insurance
formerly of
Sports Authority. Say, Yamaniko baby. Or a friend saying,
Identification Authority.
Identification, thank you. Identification Authority. Oh no, that mention Dr. Keki Sapon and Dr. Furiana Fee, Dr. Benya from GMPC. And some of them paying for Kenya say, Edu Thursday is high she. And then we say, Minya Henry Byron, now fee a month and why she. Bruce will have them so on cat and green.
But GF will the only PR out brepo.
Oh, so
I don't know this welcome to Vago Cab account. Now your Bobby as you was
taking.
He was not seeing the relationship between RTU case and BA case. But me. Yeah. Me some cause from day one and no can say you say Kate say or say RT Uber into domutrim supporters local from our Manal 4 to Brekum to Sunyane to Techiman omina de domutrim say it is RT as some aba say no matter how grievous it is say so say soon now money da now face conspiracy theory and as I do the domutrim no you are just I mean, feed into it. That's all.
Blocking the coffee man who have a casa.
What I say? And Sansam, Kwaku, Sunyafona ka. And today, see, you young one. The reason why a Chelsea reference, no, I don't want to say, and your match no more no. Now, be a no, match of the coin.
That
was saying no. You see, Okona said, BBS, and Mrs. and the Dennis, using another day, they see it. That be young link, because I know a remote course. I know a remote course. I don't mean that Oak for Upa and they quotation. Okay. Okon Kransa, they don't much man.
Announcement tonight, Kado.
Who say you can't say you has a moment winning league?
Dabi, has some there. Has some there. Why? Obi, a bit of the first agenda to talk because he has some bar. Yes, some my money, man. I said, I'm already there. Yeah, Olympics. I didn't say, yeah, be bien noir. Yeah, dear, I'm and I'm referee. First person.